Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 3, Chapter 24, Text 5. We read a bit of the purport and we have one more balance of the purport to read. I'll just read the translation again. By Srila Prabhupada. So Sri Maitreya said, Devahuti was fully faithful and respectful toward the direction of her husband Kardama, who was one of the Prajapatis or generators of human beings in the universe. O great sage, she thus began to worship the master of the universe, the supreme personality of Godhead, who is situated in everyone's heart. So we continue reading the purport by Srila Prabhupada. Here it is clearly said, Samyak Shraddhaya, that with great faith, one should receive knowledge from the spiritual master and with great faith, execute the performance of service. So we have a slight faith, Shraddha. With Shraddha, we begin sadhu sangha, associate with devotees. Then what happens? Sadhu sangha, they will engage us in bhajana kriya, hearing and chanting, and the different other processes of devotional service. So these processes of devotional service, we should perform with great faith, hearing and chanting. You know, as we were speaking the other day, why would the pure devotees cheat us? You know, we should try to give up the doubt in our hearts, which are there, and accept the process of hearing and chanting with great faith that this is going to save me, this is going to liberate me, this is going to show me the truth. Because the persons who are liberated, the persons who are Mahajans, they are doing this. So by doing this, I will also get liberation. I will also get Krishna consciousness. So this is what is being said here, Samyak Shraddhaya, great faith, give up other doubt, you know, because we tend to do it like a secondary way, that no, what is going to happen with this hearing and chanting? No, nothing's going to happen. No, but just put faith in it. Why? Because this is the process given to us. Our spiritual masters, our acharyas, the pure devotees, they've all gotten liberation by performing this process. So why will it not work on us? We are not stronger than the holy name. We are not stronger than the pastimes of Krishna. Our sins are not stronger than the pastimes of Krishna. You know, our sins are not stronger than the holy name. So just continue hearing and chanting with faith. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, has especially stressed the instruction of the spiritual master. This is text chapter 2, text 44, Vyayase Atmika Buddhi Ekeha Guru Nandana, that those who are resolute in purpose, their aim is one. And Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada took great inspiration from this commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur to this verse, and he got great determination that I'm going to follow the instruction of my spiritual master. And that was to spread the teachings of Bhagavad Gita in Srimad Bhagavatam in the English language, in the Western speaking world. So Prabhupada always says that because I followed the instruction of my Guru Maharaj with sincerity, that my intention was just, oh, my Guru Maharaj has given me this instruction, let me follow it. And so this is the reason of my success, because the mercy of the spiritual master is received by the instructions that the spiritual master gives. And the way we can receive that mercy is by following the instruction of the spiritual master. So one should accept the instruction of the spiritual master as one's life and soul. Whether one is liberated or not liberated, one should execute the instruction of the spiritual master with great faith. So whether we are liberated or no, right, whether we have completely understood our natural position as the soul, as the eternal part and parcel of Krishna, or we are still thinking we are the body. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Prabhupada is saying, just follow the instruction of the spiritual master with faith that we will get the success. What? That we will become Krishna conscious, that we will go back home, back to Godhead. Why not? What's the reason not to? You know, like how we get, we buy a product, for example, Apple product, and then we have that Apple Care. That's the guarantee, that's the insurance. Oh, something goes wrong, we will give it to you, right? They're giving that guarantee. Here, Srila Prabhupada, the Acharya, Sri Krishna himself, they're all saying we should just be able to follow that, accept that this guarantee is there. I just have to do it. So it is also stated that the Lord is situated in everyone's heart. One does not have to seek the Lord outside. He is already there. So we all want to understand who's God, who am I, what's my relationship with him. But where is he? He is in our heart. The Paramatma in our heart, that is God. That is God. He is there inside. He's sitting right next to us. Then what we have to do? One simply has to concentrate on one's worship in good faith as instructed by the bona fide spiritual master, and one's effort will come out successfully. Just with faith, follow the instructions of the bona fide spiritual master. The spiritual master is bona fide, so his instructions are bona fide, and so the result is perfect, guaranteed. It is also clear that the Supreme Personality of Godhead does not appear as an ordinary child. He appears as he is. So what does that mean? We are clearly seeing, oh, Krishna like a small baby, he's sucking his toes and he's drinking milk. What does it mean? He does not appear as an ordinary child. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, he appears by his own internal potency, Atma Maya. So our body, when you see, we are seeing our body is changing, right? We had a baby body, which we can't even remember. And then we had a growing like a child's body, then little growing up, then now we are getting like almost, most of us, I guess, are middle-aged body, So like that. But what about Krishna? Krishna, we hear his pastimes that he was like a baby, but we have to understand that his form is spiritual. It's not material, made of these material elements. There is no difference between his soul and his body. And even if he is appearing like a child, it's not that he's not God. It's not that he has to do meditation and become a certain age and only then he is God. No, he showed us that as a baby, he killed Putana. He killed her. And how did he appear in front of Devki? He appeared in front of Devki in the form of a baby with 4 hands, and he's wearing a crown, and he has a chakra and gada and mace and lotus flower, and he's having ornaments and his dhoti and everything. How do we appear? We are covered in all these terrible, terrible liquids. We are forced out of the womb and we are crying, and we have to be cleaned up. And Krishna, he appears as he is. His form is transcendental. We don't appear wearing clothes and jewelry and a crown and 4 hands and all that. No, but Krishna appears like that. He appeared like that 5,000 years ago to show that his form is transcendental. His form is not material. So when he appears when he's pleased by the worship of a devotee. So now I might say, I want to see God. God, come, I want to see you. As many people say, oh, why can't I see God? Show me God. If you want me to believe, show me where's God. But is God our servant? Is he our servant that we'll say, oh, Chotu, Munu, come here? Is he like that? No, he's the Supreme Lord. Why should he come when we are ordering him to come? He's independent, supremely independent. He does not care whether we believe he exists or no. He exists, and that's a fact. That it does not care. Our belief does not affect the truth. That is something we have to understand. We think what I believe is what I believe of the truth becomes the truth. But the truth is the truth, and it can never be affected by our beliefs. So worship. But when a devotee worships the Lord, then being pleased by the worship of the devotee because of the loving relationship, then the Lord, so a devotee may ask the Lord to appear as her son. The Lord is already sitting within the heart. And if he comes out from the body of a devotee, it does not mean that the particular woman becomes his mother in the material sense. He's always there. But in order to please his devotee, he appears as her son. So Krishna is in the heart of every living entity. He's the Paramatma in everyone's heart. And so if he comes out of, if he comes out of the body of a woman, it's nothing great for him. He's everywhere. He's inside every atom. It's just his choice whether he wants to be manifest or not manifest. And when he's pleased, he manifests himself. Just like how did he enter the womb of Devaki? He's there as the Paramatma in her heart. Why can't he go down to her womb? He can. Or how did he appear in the womb of Uttara to save Parikshit? It's not that Krishna was standing outside and he had to enter inside. No, he's outside, but he's also inside the womb of Uttara, no? Because he's there in every atom. He's there in the heart of every living entity. So he just manifests himself. That's how it's inconceivable, because we are not able to do it. So we think, oh, why should God be able to do it? Because then we put our limitations onto God. He is always there, but in order to please his devotee, he appears as her son. Any comments or questions? Or anything to add?
No questions.
Okay. Okay, so we'll continue. Text 6. So why so much trouble is being given to make us understand this point that the Lord is transcendental, his appearance is transcendental, his form is transcendental, his activities are transcendental. Why? Because once we understand it, what's going to happen? We're getting liberated. No need to come back to this material world. Krishna's promise in the Bhagavad Gita. Janma karma cha me divyam. Anyone who understands the transcendental nature of my former activities does not need to take birth in this material world again, but attains to my eternal abode, attains to my nature. You know, so that's the reason so much detail is being given to us, so that we can try to understand that, so that we can, go back home, back to Godhead. So tasyam bahutite kale Bhagwan Madhusudanaha kardamam viryam apano jajnignir ivadaruni. After many, many years, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Madhusudana, the killer of the demon Madhu, having entered the semen of Kardama, appeared in Devahuti, just as a fire comes from a wood in sacrifice. It is clearly stated here that the Lord is always the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although he appeared as the son of Kardama Muni. So now, just because the Lord is appearing as the son of Kardama Muni, does it mean that the Lord did not exist before that?
No, it
No.
is always exists.
Yes, thank you. So this is what we are trying. That's why it's being stressed again. So we try to understand this.
And that's why he's known as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yes, yes. He's the Supreme, and he's always the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Always.
It's not that it's only for certain time. always. So that's why, Prabhupada's words really, if we try to understand each and every word, then it really strikes. It's not that he's the Supreme Lord only for a certain time, always. So fire is already present in wood, but by a certain process, fire is kindled. So why can wood be lit and then fire will come out? Because the fire exists inside the wood. Otherwise, if it was not possible for the wood to burn, the fire wouldn't be, it wouldn't come from there, right? No matter what we try, no matter how much we try. Similarly, God is all pervading. So because it's the different elements, no, earth, water, air, fire, ether, how they're combined to make this material body. So the wood is also the material body of a tree. The living entity is the soul inside the tree, right? But this is the body. So the fire element is more in there. That's why. So similarly, God is all pervading. He is everywhere. And since he may come out from everything, he appeared in his devotee semen, all pervading, omnipresent. Omnipresent means he's everywhere, means he can come out from the semen. Why not? Everywhere means everywhere. Just as an ordinary living entity takes his birth by taking shelter of the semen of a certain living entity, the Supreme Personality of Godhead accepts the shelter of the semen of his devotee and comes out as his son. This manifests his full independence to act in any way. And it does not mean that he is an ordinary living entity forced to take birth in a certain type of womb. No, we are forced to take birth in a certain type of womb. The Lord chooses. It's his desire, his independent will. Lord Nishima appeared from the pillar of Hiranyakashipu's palace. Lord Varaha appeared from the nostril of Brahma. Yeah, you see, here the Lord is appearing from the semen of Kardama Muni, but he also appeared from the pillar. Then he also appeared from the nostril of Brahma. We read in the Lord Varahadev's pastime how he appeared from the nostril of Brahma. And Lord Kapila appeared from the semen of Kardama. But this does not mean that the nostril of Brahma or the pillar of Hiranyakashipu's palace or the semen of Kardama Muni is the source of the appearance of the Lord. The Lord is always the Lord. Bhagwan Madhusudanaha. He is the killer of all kinds of demons, and he always remains the Lord, even if he appears as the son of a particular devotee. So this is what we are trying to, what we are trying to understand is the position of the Supreme Lord, the supreme position of God. That is what we have to try to understand, that so that because we are always mistaking the Lord as ourselves, we are thinking he's same like us, or we are God, or we could do these things. But no, there is a difference between God and us. So he is the killer of all kinds of demons, and he always remains the Lord, even if he appears as the son of a particular devotee. The word kardamam is significant, for it indicates that the Lord had some devotional affection or relationship in devotional service with Kardama and Devahuti. But we should not mistakenly understand that he was born just like an ordinary living entity from the semen of Kardama in the womb of Devahuti. Yeah. So yeah, that will be our mistake. Then we are not able to understand the supreme position of the Lord. If we think he's like us, he's taking birth, like how ordinary people take birth. So then how good is he? Then why is he the Lord? But then we are just missing the point. Then we just try to understand it, we'll get liberated. So that's what we have to try to understand. He always existed. He existed before Kardama Muni also. But now he's just going to appear as Kardama Muni's son. So God, he's the oldest person, yet time and time again, he comes for our benefit to give us knowledge. So avadyam stada vyomni vaditrani gana ganaha gayanti tamsma gandharva nrityanti apsaraso muda. At the time of his descent on earth, demigods in the form of raining clouds sounded musical instruments in the sky. The celestial musicians, the Gandharvas, sang the glories of the Lord, while celestial dancing girls, known as Apsaras, danced in joyful ecstasy. So when we are happy, we sing and dance, no? And even when our children are born in India, it's a custom that you'll call professional dancers, to celebrate the birth of the child. So here, the demigods are so happy the Lord has appeared. They're singing and dancing and providing music. Pitu sumanaso divyaha kecharer apavarjitaha praseduscha dishaha sarva ambhamsi cha manamsi cha. At the time of the Lord's appearance, the demigods flying freely in the sky showered flowers. All the directions, all the waters, and everyone's mind became very satisfied. It is learned herewith that in the higher sky, they are living entities who can travel through the air without being hampered. They're flying in the air. They don't even need an aeroplane. So although we can travel in outer space, we are hampered by so many impediments, but they are not. We learn from the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam that the inhabitants of the planet called Siddhaloka can travel in space from one planet to another without impediment. So the yogi, one of the mystic power a yogi can have, he can travel anyway. Also, he can, on the sunbeam, on the sunshine, with the help of the sunshine, he can travel. Here we are hearing the demigods, they can travel. They don't have aeroplane or anything, but they're just, how Narad Muni, he can travel anywhere, Durvasa Muni. But we don't have those. If we want, we can, but even if we get it, we'll still be here in the material world. We will still not understand who we truly are. So the endeavor should be to understand who we truly are. So they showered flowers on the earth when Lord Kapila, the son of Kardama, appeared. So we'll stop here for today. Were there any questions or comments?
Yeah, so Siddha Loka and all the other lokas are also part of material, right?
Yes. Also in the material world.
Material world, right?
Yeah. So even if we reach up to the Siddha Loka, if we have not realized who we truly are, realized ourselves, then still no use, no? Still we'll be engaged in material desires, in ignorance, because we've not realized our true position as souls. We're still thinking we are the body. So that's why Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva kevalam. Chant the holy name and hear from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.